right, little ones. It's time to get under the covers for an underwater adventure. Once upon a time, in a magical underwater kingdom, there lived a beautiful mermaid named Isla. She had long flowing hair, sparkling blue eyes, and a sweet singing voice that could enchant anyone who heard it. Every night, before going to bed, Isla would swim to the surface and gaze at the stars above. She loved to dream about all the adventures she could have in the world above the water. One night, as she was gazing at the stars, she heard a strange noise coming from a nearby ship. Curious, she swam closer to investigate. She saw that the ship was being attacked by a group of vicious pirates who were stealing all of the treasures on board. Isla knew she had to do something to help the sailors. She quickly swam to the shore and found a beautiful seashell. She blew into the shell with all her might, and her sweet singing voice echoed across the water. The pirates were so enchanted by her beautiful voice that they stopped their attack and listened to her sing. While they were distracted, the sailors were able to escape and sail away to safety. Feeling proud of herself, Isla swam back to her underwater palace and snuggled into her cozy bed made of seaweed. As she drifted off to sleep, she dreamed of all the adventures she could have in the world above the water, knowing that she had the courage and strength to face any challenge that might come her way. And so, every night, Isla continued to gaze at the stars and dream of all the magical adventures that awaited her in the world above the water. The end.
Oh dear, it looks like you are only half asleep. Let's try another story. Maybe this one will do the trick.
Close your eyes and take a deep breath. Now follow along as we go on a sleepy time journey under the sea. Once upon a time, in the crystal clear waters of the Caribbean Sea, there lived a little crab named Calypso. Calypso was a curious little crab who loved to explore the coral reefs and sandy beaches of the island where he lived. But most of all, he loved to hear bedtime stories from his mother. One evening, as the sun began to set over the turquoise waters of the Caribbean, Calypso's mother tucked him into his cozy bed and began to tell him a story.
Once upon a time,
She began.
there was a great and powerful sea monster named Kraken who lived in the depths of the ocean. Kraken was feared by all the creatures of the sea, including the crabs who lived in the shallows. But there was one brave little crab named Coca who was not afraid of Kraken. Coca loved to explore the ocean, even if it meant venturing into Kraken's territory. One day, as Coca was searching for food on the ocean floor, she heard a loud roar. It was Kraken. Coca was scared, but she didn't give up. She used her quickness and agility to dodge Kraken's massive tentacles and escape to safety. She returned to her home to tell her family and friends about her brave adventure. From that day on, Coca became known as the bravest crab in the Caribbean. And whenever her fellow crabs felt scared or intimidated, they would remember her story and feel inspired to be brave and adventurous too.
As Calypso's mother finished the story, Calypso smiled and felt inspired by Coco's bravery. He knew that he too could be brave and explore the wonders of the Caribbean Sea. He closed his eyes and drifted off to sleep, dreaming of all the adventures he would have.